Hello legends, it's your friend Joe here to talk about something we all face, life getting in the way of our fitness journey. You're smashing workouts, feeling strong and building fantastic habits, but then life happens. A demanding project, a family emergency, or even a well-deserved holiday can throw your routine off course. The guilt starts to creep in and you wonder if all your hard work has vanished. The truth is, almost everyone experiences time off. It's not a failure, it's just a part of life. So let's explore what happens to our bodies and minds when we press pause. So you've missed the gym for 30 days. What's the damage? You might be picturing all your hard-earned muscle disappearing and your fitness levels plummeting. It's time to replace that fear with facts. Let's talk about your muscles and strength. You've spent months building a strong body. Does 1 month really undo all that? Next is your cardiovascular fitness. When you stop training, your VO2 max can decline. Finally, let's consider the impact on your mind. Exercises for your mental well-being too. When you stop moving, your motivation dips, your focus wavers, and anxiety creeps in. So, let's uncover the truth about a 30-day break. Let's get straight into the science of what happens to your muscles when they're not being challenged. The term you'll often hear is muscle atrophy, which sounds dramatic, but it's simply muscle tissue breaking down. Think of your muscles as being in a constant state of flux. Your body is always breaking down old muscle proteins and building new ones in a process called protein synthesis. When you're training regularly, you're stimulating your muscles, which tells your body to build more protein than it breaks down. This leads to muscle growth or hypertrophy. It's a beautiful cycle of stress, recovery, and adaptation. When you stop training, this delicate balance shifts. The stimulus signaling your body to build and maintain muscle is suddenly gone. Without regular resistance training, your body no longer sees the need to maintain that expensive muscle tissue. It's a classic case of use it or lose it. The rate of muscle breakdown begins to overtake synthesis. Your body, being incredibly efficient, starts conserving energy by reducing muscle cell size. This isn't an overnight process, but it begins sooner than you might think, often within the first 2 weeks of inactivity. This is a natural physiological response. Your body adapts to the demands placed upon it, or the lack thereof. It doesn't want to spend precious resources maintaining muscle mass if it's not being used, so it begins to downsize. You might notice your muscles feel less firm or look slightly smaller. This isn't just in your head. It's a real, measurable change at a cellular level. It's the body's way of recalibrating to a new, lower level of physical demand. This is why consistency is so crucial for maintenance. It's important to remember this isn't a sign of failure, it's just biology at work. The initial changes are often related to decreased muscle glycogen, the stored carbohydrate in your muscles, and water. Glycogen pulls water into muscle cells, giving them a fuller, more pumped look. When you stop training, these stores deplete and your muscles can appear smaller quite quickly. This initial deflation can be disheartening, but it's not all pure muscle loss. Understanding this distinction is key to keeping a positive mindset during a gym break. Muscle size and strength are related but not the same. Strength involves how efficiently your nervous system recruits muscle fibers. Initial gains come from your brain improving communication with your muscles, called neuromuscular adaptation. After a break, this system gets rusty. Strength drops faster than muscle size because your nervous system declines. That manageable weight might suddenly feel heavy. This can be frustrating, but neuromuscular adaptations return quickly with training. Your brain remembers the patterns and strength returns faster than it was initially built. It's like riding a bike. Your body remembers. To understand muscle and strength loss more deeply, we need to look at the different types of muscle fibers. Your body has two main types: slow twitch, also known as type 1, and fast twitch or type 2. Slow twitch fibers are your endurance workhorses. They are designed for sustained low-intensity activities like jogging or cycling for long distances. They are more resistant to fatigue, but honestly, they don't produce a lot of force. Think of a marathon runner. Their muscles are packed with slow twitch fibers that allow them to keep going for hours on end without stopping. They are really built for stamina and endurance. Fast twitch fibers, on the other hand, are your power players. They are responsible for short, explosive movements like sprinting, jumping, and lifting heavy weights. These fibers contract quickly and generate a lot of force, but they also fatigue much more rapidly. Powerlifters and sprinters have a higher proportion of these fibers, which gives them their explosive strength and muscular appearance. When you are at the gym doing resistance training, you are primarily targeting and building these powerful fast twitch fibers. They are the ones that contribute most significantly to your overall strength and muscle size. Here's the crucial part. When you stop training, these fast twitch fibers are the first to suffer. Because they are larger and more metabolically demanding, your body is quicker to let them go when they're not being used. The atrophy process affects fast twitch fibers more significantly and more rapidly than their slow twitch counterparts. This is a major reason why your explosive strength and power see a noticeable drop-off even after just a couple of weeks of inactivity. That ability to push a heavy weight or jump onto a high box diminishes because the specific fibers responsible for that power are shrinking. This selective atrophy of fast twitch fibers explains why you might still feel okay going for a long walk or a gentle bike ride, but feel significantly weaker when you try to lift something heavy. Your endurance-focused slow twitch fibers are more resilient to short periods of detraining. However, the loss of fast twitch muscle mass is what leads to that feeling of lost power and that softer look to your physique. Understanding this helps you target your training when you return. Focusing on strength and power movements will be key to rebuilding those fast twitch fibers and reclaiming your peak strength. Now for some brilliant news. The impact of a 30-day break is not the same for everyone. One of the biggest factors that determines how much muscle and strength you lose is your training experience. If you are a seasoned lifter who has been training consistently for years, your body is far more resilient to a short break than someone newer to working out. Your muscles have developed a level of maturity and adaptation that doesn't just vanish overnight. For a beginner, a month off can feel like a more significant setback, interrupting this crucial learning phase for the body and brain. Conversely, for the experienced athlete, the losses are generally less dramatic. Your body has spent years building and reinforcing those neural pathways. While you will still experience some atrophy and strength decline, the percentage of loss will be smaller. So, your personal history in the gym is your greatest ally during a break. All those years of consistency and hard work haven't just disappeared, they have fundamentally changed your physiology, making you more robust. This is your reward for all that dedication. Your cardiovascular system, heart, lungs, blood vessels, is the engine powering your every move. With regular cardio, your heart gets stronger and pumps more blood per beat, making everything feel easier. But after a month off, this engine loses its edge. Stroke volume drops and your heart has to beat faster to deliver the same oxygen. You might not notice it at rest, but climbing stairs suddenly leaves you winded. Your heart is working harder for less. This is a direct result of your cardiovascular system becoming less efficient. Cardio fitness declines faster than muscle strength. Your aerobic system is quick to adapt and just as quick to lose progress. The benefits you build require consistent upkeep. Even a brisk walk helps keep your engine running smoothly. It's not just about fitness, it's about long-term health. Appreciate the work your heart does every day. Don't let your engine idle for too long. When your heart pumps less blood per beat, your body's ability to deliver oxygen drops. Your VO2 max, the gold standard for aerobic fitness, can fall by up to 20% after a month off. That's why you get out of breath so much faster. Less blood volume, fewer capillaries, and sluggish mitochondria all add up. Your muscles don't get the oxygen they need, so you hit your limit sooner. Even a gentle jog can feel like a sprint. Your endurance threshold drops and you feel it in every workout. The good news? This can be rebuilt. With patience and consistency, your body will adapt again. Aerobic fitness is perishable, but it's also recoverable. Every session counts. Start slow and you'll get your breath back. The fitter you are, the more you have to lose. Elite athletes see the sharpest drop in endurance after a break. Their bodies are so finely tuned that even a short pause leads to rapid decline. VO2 max can plummet by up to 20%, a huge setback at the top level. That's why pros rarely take long breaks unless injured. For casual exercisers, the loss is less dramatic but still noticeable. The psychological impact can be tough, especially for those who tie their identity to performance. Cardiovascular fitness is never permanent. It's earned and re-earned every week. Consistency is key, no matter your level. The body adapts quickly to both training and inactivity. A break will set you back, but knowing this helps you plan your comeback. Every step forward rebuilds your engine. Stay patient and progress returns. Exercise isn't just for your body. It's a powerful mood booster. Workouts flood your brain with endorphins, creating that post-exercise high. Take a month off and that chemical lift disappears. Days feel duller, stress feels heavier, and irritability creeps in. Motivation drops, making it even harder to get moving again. Sleep can suffer too. Without regular activity, falling and staying asleep gets tougher. Poor sleep leads to fatigue, which drains your energy and mood further. It's a cycle. Less movement, lower mood, worse sleep, and even less motivation. Recognize this as a normal response to an activity. The mental benefits of exercise are real and powerful. Restarting activity, even in small doses, can quickly lift your spirits. Your mind and body are deeply connected. Move to feel better, inside and out. Exercise is nature's stress relief. Physical activity helps your body manage stress hormones and builds resilience. Without it, daily pressures have nowhere to go. Anxiety creeps in, your mind feels busier, your body more tense. Focus and mental clarity fade, making tasks harder. The gym is more than a workout. It's moving meditation and a mental reset. A month of stillness can make your mind feel chaotic. Without that outlet, stress builds and self-doubt grows. Fitness is as much about mental peace as physical strength. Recognize when you need that reset. Even a short walk can help clear your mind. Don't underestimate the power of movement for your mental health. Fitness is about more than looks. It's about how you feel about yourself. Consistent training builds confidence and self-belief. A month off can erode that, leaving you feeling less capable and less like yourself. Physical changes can trigger frustration and self-doubt. The loss of strength can make you question your abilities. This dip in confidence can affect your social life and how you carry yourself. Remember, this is a temporary state, not a permanent setback. Feeling disconnected is normal after a break. Acknowledge these feelings without judgment. Rebuilding starts with self-compassion. Every step back to activity restores both body and confidence. You're always capable of a comeback. Let's discuss metabolism during a break. Metabolism converts food into energy. Resistance training builds muscle. Muscle is metabolically active. It burns calories even at rest. Stop training and your metabolism slows. You lose muscle mass. Less muscle means less energy needed, dipping your basal metabolic rate. Your daily energy expenditure decreases. Your body adapts to low energy demands, but your food intake often stays the same, creating an imbalance. This can lead to fat gain. Here's where things get real tricky. When you're training hard, you have a lot more nutritional freedom because your metabolism is firing on all cylinders. You've earned that flexibility. The problem is, when you stop training, your physical activity changes, but your eating habits often don't. You might still be having that post-workout size meal even though there was no workout. This creates what I call the calorie conundrum. Your energy expenditure has dropped significantly, but your calorie intake remains the same. This surplus is where the trouble begins. Its default storage solution is to convert those extra calories into fat. This is why people are often shocked by how quickly they can gain fat during a break. It's about the balance between what you eat and what you burn, demonstrating that our nutrition and our activity levels are two sides of the same coin. Now, let's have an honest chat about where this new fat tends to show up. For many people, especially as we get older, the first place we notice extra weight is right around the middle. This is in your imagination. The fat that accumulates around your abdomen, known as visceral fat, is particularly sensitive to changes in your lifestyle, especially to the combination of inactivity and hormonal shifts. When you stop exercising, your body's insulin sensitivity can decrease. This means your cells don't respond as well to insulin, the hormone that helps shuttle sugar from your blood into your muscles for energy. With lower insulin sensitivity, your pancreas has to pump out more insulin to get the job done. Chronically elevated insulin levels are a powerful signal to your body to store fat, particularly in the abdominal region. This visceral fat is not just the soft stuff you can pinch, that's subcutaneous fat. It's the deeper, more dangerous fat that surrounds your internal organs. An increase in this type of fat is linked to a host of health problems, which is why keeping it in check is so important for your long-term well-being, far beyond just how your clothes fit. Furthermore, the stress hormone cortisol, which can rise when you stop exercising and feel more anxious, also plays a big role. High cortisol levels are notorious for promoting fat storage, specifically around the belly, so you have a perfect storm brewing. Your metabolism has slowed down, you're in a calorie surplus, your insulin sensitivity has dropped, and your stress levels might be higher. All of these factors create a biological environment that is primed for abdominal fat gain. It's a frustrating but very real physiological response to stepping away from your active routine. Seeing this change can be one of the most demotivating aspects of a 30-day break. It feels like a direct, visible sign that you've gone backward. However, it's essential to see it not as a personal failure but as biological feedback. Your body is simply responding to the new instructions you're giving it. The brilliant news is that this process is reversible. When you start training again, you improve your insulin sensitivity, manage cortisol levels, and start burning that stored energy. That belly fat might be the first to arrive, but with consistent effort, it can also be the first to leave. It's time for the good news. It's a powerful biological phenomenon known as muscle memory. It's real, science-backed magic happening inside your body. When you train with resistance, you create new nuclei within those muscle cells. Think of these as tiny blueprints within each muscle fiber. When you stop training and muscle atrophy begins, your muscle cells may shrink in size, but those nuclei stick around. This is the cellular basis of muscle memory. This is why a break is not a complete reset back to zero. This knowledge should give you immense confidence. It was a long-term investment in your body's future potential. The second part of this comeback story involves your brain and nervous system. A huge part of your strength comes from neuromuscular efficiency, how well your brain communicates with your muscles. When you learn a new exercise, you are carving out specific neural pathways. With consistent practice, these pathways become superhighways, allowing you to recruit more muscle fibers. When you take time off, these superhighways get a little overgrown. However, the pathways are still there. Your brain remembers the movements. The first few sessions back in the gym are like a system reboot. You'll be amazed at how quickly your coordination and technique snap back into place after just a few workouts. This rapid relearning process means your strength will return much faster than it took to build it originally. This creates a powerful combination that accelerates your return to peak performance. So let's put it all together. You have the cellular advantage of more myonuclei, ready to ramp up protein synthesis. You have the neural advantage of pre-existing motor patterns, allowing your strength to bounce back quickly. What does this mean in practice? It means the comeback is always faster than the initial build. Think about your fitness journey as climbing a mountain. The first time you climbed it, you had to find the path, clear the trail, and build shelters along the way. It was a long, arduous process that took months or even years of consistent effort. Taking a 30-day break is like going back down to a lower base camp for a rest. When you decide to climb again, you are not starting from the valley floor. You are starting from a much higher position, and crucially, the path is already paved. The shelters are still there. You know the route, you know the challenges, and you have all the tools and experience you need. This time, the ascent is quicker, smoother, and feels much more manageable. You can regain lost ground in a fraction of the time it took you to cover it the first time around. This is why you should never be afraid of taking a necessary break. A month off is not the end of your story, it's simply a plot twist. The progress you made is not lost forever. In fact, many people find that after a period of rest and recovery, they come back even stronger and more motivated than before. The break can help heal nagging injuries, restore mental burnout, and reignite your passion for training. You return to the gym with a renewed sense of purpose and a deep appreciation for the process, ready to smash your old personal bests. So banish the fear and guilt. Embrace the science of muscle memory. Your body is an incredible, resilient machine that remembers your hard work. It has saved your progress. The strength, the muscle, and the confidence you built are all still there, waiting just beneath the surface. The journey back might start with a single, light workout, but know that with every repetition, you are reawakening a powerful potential that you have already earned. You are the comeback kid, and your greatest chapter might just be the one you're about to write. So, here we are at the end of our 30-day journey away from the gym. It can feel a bit daunting to hear about muscle atrophy, drops in VO2 max, and the dreaded belly fat factor. It's easy to let those negative thoughts take over and convince you that a month off has undone everything. But that is absolutely not the key message here. The most important thing to remember is that a break is simply a detour on your long and brilliant fitness journey, not a dead end. Life will always throw challenges our way. These things are not just normal. They are an essential part of a rich and full life. Fitness should enhance your life, not control it. The true test of your strength and resilience is not in avoiding the breaks, but in how you choose to come back from them. It has given you a new perspective and a renewed appreciation for how amazing it feels to be strong, fit, and healthy. Your body has not forgotten your hard work and is ready and waiting for you to press play again, primed to bounce back faster and stronger. This 30-day break was not a setback, it was a setup for a fantastic comeback. Alright legends, are you ready for your comeback? The biggest mistake is trying to jump straight back in where you left off. This is a recipe for disaster. It can lead to extreme muscle soreness, frustration, and even injury. Your comeback needs to be smart, patient, and progressive. Your first week back is all about reawakening your body, not punishing it. Start with a full body workout using lighter weights, around 50 to 60% of what you were lifting before. Focus on perfect form and controlled movements. Include some mobility work and light cardio. The goal is to walk out of the gym feeling good, energized, and excited for your next session. From there, the plan is simple: progressive overload. Each week, aim to make small, steady improvements. Listen to your body every step of the way. Consistency is far more important than the intensity in these first few weeks. Remember, 1 month off is just a blip on the radar of your lifelong fitness journey. Welcome the comeback, embrace the process, and be proud of yourself for getting started.